This is Jonathan Agoff here for Pro Boxing Fans, joined by the main man behind GBM, Mr. Izzy Asif.
It was a mess, but we're alright.
How are you? Big show on Friday.
Yeah, huge show, massive show. It's just sometimes you only realise when you're at a press conference and you start actually looking at the card a bit in depth how good of a card this is. This is a huge night. Huge night.
It's got a bit of everything, this card. It's got world title fight at the top, British and Commonwealth title fights. What's the sleeper on the card? What's the fight that people have got to look out for?
I got asked this before, and I just think Reece Mould and Louis Sylvester. I just think there's so much rivalry. There's been a lot of back and forth between the teams for the last 3 or 4 years. It's one of them fights not been talked about as much. Obviously, everybody's talking about your Terri Harper and your Maxi Hughes and Archie, which are great fights, and obviously top of the bills. But I just think Reece Mould, Louis Sylvester could be one of them that steal it a little bit and surprise a few people.
Talk to us about Terri Harper. She's obviously with Matchroom, but I don't know if the word's loaned to you, or how did it come about that she's on a GBM show?
The conversation happened between myself and the Matchroom team and Terri's manager, and they understood the kind of how important this were for Terri Harper and her kind of legacy and her career and personal gains, and they were all for it. You know, they do understand what fighters want and how much this means for them. So easy going, spoke to Frank and Eddie, and it made it happen. So yeah, still a Matchroom fighter, but she's on a GBM card, and it's the way boxing works at the moment. Dynamics of boxing promotions changed. You've seen fighters working, promoters working with each other, broadcasters working with each other. Yeah, strange but good times.
You don't often see Terri Harper trash talking anyone, but in the press conference you asked her about Caroline Dubois, who I believe is going to be ringside Saturday, and she said, "I can't wait to be paid to punch her in the face." What was your thoughts when she said that?
It was personal, weren't it? She really dislikes her. When you get people like Terri Harper, who's such a pleasant lady and an athlete, she really boiled her up, that, didn't it? But yeah, makes it all good for the fight. And I think, look, she's got to put a clinical performance on Terri Harper, and then your fights like your Caroline and all these down the line will happen. But she's got to get past the undefeated German lady on Friday, who will be doing everything as she can to cause the upset. But I'm confident Terri Harper will be in good form.
And you know, that Maxi Hughes Archie fight's getting a lot of people talking. Stylistically, is that a good fight on paper for yourself? How do you think that's going to play out?
I think you're going to see the best Maxi Hughes again. He's going to be on it. He's going to be clinical like he was with Gary Cully. You're going to see a masterclass performance from Maxi Hughes. But Archie Sharp is in a great opportunity here. It's his big fight. This is almost people have written him off. Is he at the level? He was asking for this big opportunity in the fight, and he's got one here. It's for him to take it. Maxi's got a bit of pressure on as a home fighter. People expecting Maxi to win. Has Archie Sharp got the least of pressure with the underdog mentality? But I see a boxing masterclass from Maxi Hughes. But look, stranger things have happened. It's boxing, anything can happen. But I think you're going to see Maxi Hughes on fire.
Dave Allen was here today. He's obviously got 2 fighters on the card. What did you make of his performance against Johnny Fisher?
Yeah, brilliant performance. Great for him. Deserves it. He's given a lot to the lads. One I thought he would do. I've known Dave a long time. Done a few rounds of sparring with Dave as well. I know what he's about. He punches hard. He knows the game. He's got extreme boxing IQ. And you've seen in that fight how he was leading on Johnny Fisher, how pushing him down. He's been around a long time, and yeah, grateful. He's going to land on some big fights as well. Financially secure himself, buy a few houses. I said to him, invest into properties, put your money into houses, and because look, boxing is a short-winded career for fighters, and when you do earn well, you've got to make sure that you benefit for that for the rest of your life, and your kids do, your family do. So I'm sure he'll invest well. He's got good people around him who will tell him how to invest, and it's great for him. And he's a good lad as well, and he's a close part of GBM, a good friend of mine, you know, for a long time, even outside boxing, Dave's. So yeah, grateful.
Now, he's got a 2-fight deal with Matchroom now, but if they came to you and said, look, we want to put him in with Hughie Fury, would you be open to that fight?
Yeah, look, it all depends what we have. We've got a pattern over Hughie Fury, but I think that's a great fight. Could happen. But Dave will do what he wants, you know. They're both friends, so I don't know whether they would take that fight or not, but yeah, it makes sense. But look, who knows? Dave will have his own path.
We've obviously know that Hughie was out at York Hall, and you were talking about potential Dillian Whyte fight. Did that get anywhere?
No, listen, all we said was, so they got asked in an interview, what kind of fight would you like? We said we would like a fight like Dillian Whyte. There were no like starting or negotiations or anything. Things got said on TalkSport, whatever they got said on, which didn't come from me, and then there's a bit of back and forth with the team. But look, Dillian's fighting next week, in a few weeks' time. Good luck to him. He's a great fighter, and he's done a lot for the sport, and he's entertaining. But Hughie will go down, and who knows, their paths might cross. But that's the kind of fight we are looking for, Hughie Fury. But look, one step at a time. At the moment, we've got a date. Hughie's he's had a bit of a situation with the injuries that he's recovered from. He did actually break his hand in the last fight. So he's just, he's got to be right. We want to put Hughie Fury on when he's going to make an impression, and not just get on for the sake of getting on. And I'm sure when we put him in the fight, it'll be a competitive fight that he's got to up the levels on and showcase that he's still about. He's still ready to mix with the big boys.
Lastly, we've seen Tyson Fury was with John Fury, and he said, going for a business meeting, the general feeling is that he is coming back. Have you spoke to him? What do you think? Is he coming back?
No, I'm not sure. I did see some on the socials. I'm sure he'll come back. The fight we've got to see is the AJ fight, and he said he retired. He's had 3-4 retirements now in his career. Look, he plays the game well. He plays whatever he does it, and another one will control his own destiny. He knows what he's doing. He's experienced with the media and stuff he says, and building the right attraction he does. And I think he'll fight. I think the AJ fight will be too much money on the table for both of them to, refuse and not take part in. And I think that fight will happen next year potentially. Could see that happening.
Do not miss it. Friday night here in Doncaster, live on DAZN. Harper, Zimmermann. Any final words, Izzy?
Listen, I'm just not saying it because I'm promoting it. This is one heck of a card, top to bottom. We've matched them hard. There's about 7 or 8 fights on this card that really have been matched 50-50, equal, risking it. In the first stadium fight, first world title fight, on the home of boxing, on live on DAZN, the home of combat sport, home of boxing, the place that everybody is. And we're grateful to be in this position. And we've got another stadium show in 5 weeks. That's Galway, Kieran Malloy versus Casey Benjamin, Brad Ray versus Shakan Pitters. We've got Joe Ward versus Lerone Richards. A great card again. But this Friday is going to be special, historic night. One of them nights that you can think, wow, we did this in Doncaster, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being a fan. I'm looking forward to being on the edge of my seat and thinking which way this is going to go. And tune in, guys.
And if the weather stays like this, it'll be an even better night, right?
That's what we're hoping for. No rain. Keep that rain away. Hopefully we'll have the sun. It's a rarity to see a lot of sun in Yorkshire. We've got it here in Doncaster, and hopefully Friday night, we get the sun. We get all the fighters going home safe to the family. Most paramount, I always say. Fans enjoying themselves, and entertainment for you guys out there, the fans, and make sure our broadcasters are happy. DAZN as well with the fights we put on. And I think it's going to be a special night.
Izzy, best of luck on Friday.
Thank you very much. Thank you.